welcome to a couple of ish news.
Whoa, did anyone see that car go by? It had
That
a
was
crazy guy in it.
It was like, I think that was one of our biggest Koi Pond fans.
Just driving by, yelling at us.
Yeah, driving by the studio.
Yeah, he sounded really
Unless you're
annoying.
watching and it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, maybe turn it off if you saw it.
We're back in Nashville.
Episode 10.
Episode 10. We made 10.
I can't believe it's been 10 weeks.
Can't believe it's been a decade we've been doing this.
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think so. We're 80 now. So
Oh, yeah.
That's fun.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. But we're back in Nash. Well, I'm back.
Yeah. You
You've
just
been
got
here.
in today.
Literally
It seems
a few hours
like
ago.
so fake because of the way the podcast, if people are only watching the podcast, it was like, Carly came in just for this, and then you're here again. It looks like we recorded it like back to back or something.
Yeah, I'm like,
But I got a fresh haircut, so it's clearly different.
Yeah, true. I was gonna say I did too, but it was already there.
Yeah.
When the last one happened.
But we've been apart a week and a half.
Yeah, it's been.
So thank you for coming back to Nashville. On that note, this episode is brought to you by. I can't wait till that's
I almost said a
I can't
real.
wait, guys. We're so close. You guys took the survey. We're like 1 week away from real ads. I'm so excited. We're all. I almost said legally. Technically, we should roll the intro, Carl.
Couple of issues.
Are you okay?
I was awakened.
What happened? I didn't.
I was
see.
awoke.
I didn't see.
I just shot up.
Oh, you almost hit your
Shut
head.
up.
I think.
Oh my gosh.
That would have been
there's a
really
wood panel
funny for the
behind.
video podcast, which we are monetized.
We are
on
monetized on YouTube. Thank you to the Koi Pond. You guys are growing. It's like you know what it's like?
What is it like, Bruce?
It's like, you know, there was like a nuclear stuff that leaked into the pond.
This is
and then
getting
stuff
sad.
just started growing.
You're calling them growths.
No, I'm calling them special people with 3 eyes.
All right. We love that.
We love our mutant Koi Pond.
We love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening with all 10 ears that you have.
Yeah, see? More ears, more downloads, more fingers, more downloads. Thank you guys so much. My name is Bruce Wigner, at Bruce Wigner. This is at Carly and Contro.
Yes, it is me. Hi. And
Just an
together,
inside job.
like we...
Together we're a
we
couple
knew-
of issues. We're just talking over each other. Let's
know.
redo those intros.
Okay.
My name is Bruce Wigner.
I'm Carly and Contro.
And together we are a couple of issues.
There. Is it clear? I think it was clear.
That was very clear.
I was saying...
Hey, you know the video you're watching that says couple of issues and the podcast where it says couple of issues? That's us.
That's what we're doing.
We do intro ourselves, but it's funny that like it does say it.
Yeah, I think it's just
kind of
good to
redundant.
say.
Yeah,
Then
it's good to know.
It sticks in people's heads.
And it
It's
also
mind
feels a little more
control.
personal if I'm like, hey, nice to meet me. I'm Bruce Wigner.
Nice to meet me.
Yeah.
That's how you introduce yourself to people. Hey, it's probably really nice to meet me.
Yeah.
So, see you later.
Me and my friend used to always go, put her there. Right there.
Put her there.
Yeah, like a handshake. Like, name's Bruce. Put her there. Right there.
I'd be like, I gotta go home. Something happened at home. I gotta leave.
Something's going on. So, if you're new to the podcast, what we do is we talk about life, man. We talk about life. We talk about issues going on. We met on a dating app called Tinder because I did one of those Instagram question things, which was really fun to do.
Oh yeah, that's kind of new.
Which is a new feature on Instagram. Oh, we talk about all the hot topics.
Current
Speaking of hot topic, I'm going to do a little tangent.
Oh, yeah.
Babe is in a hot topic. Go to hot topic. You'll see this girl.
I'm in the back to school section, baby, because I'm going back
is that
to
what
school.
it
Not
is?
really. Well, the campaign's for back to school, but I think it's just in the store. We got.
we
to
go
go to
tomorrow?
Hot Topic. Yeah.
We
If
got to go
have
to Hot
time.
Topic tomorrow.
Do you have
We'll
time?
make time.
Okay.
I want to see you at Hot Topic. That's so cool.
I know. I saw it in LA, but it was like a really small. I don't think it was up yet. Like
I
all
think
of it.
the Nashville one is a whole wall.
I would hope.
They like blocked up all this clothes.
Well, you know how girls and like a lot of people take pictures at walls.
Yeah,
I
it's
take
just
one,
you.
but the wall is me in the back. Hey guys, it's me, emo
That's
queen.
so funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I forget what I was
We
saying.
can get to that though. But
So we talk about a little bit of everything. Carly is a social media influencer, like
true.
YouTuber,
and I'm a Hot Topic model, I guess.
and a Hot Topic model, a Hot Topic supermodel. If
Runway.
Runway, Hot Topic. You
just
just
feel
wear
like,
like studded belts to
Yeah,
like
scream
wake
up.
me up, wake me up inside.
Oh my god, I wish. Did that
That's
sound
pretty
good? It sounded good
I
to
feel
me.
like it was a really cool, weird harmony.
Oh my god, I can't believe
Yeah.
I'm starting a band.
So I guess she's a songwriter too, but I'm a producer, songwriter from Los Angeles, but I'm on a songwriting trip to Nashville. You brought up a good point that I say like writing trip, like people will know.
Yeah.
And I realized on the last podcast, you were like, you should probably explain what that means.
Like, what's a writing trip? Like, you're just writing poems?
yeah. So I write write songs for a living. So you go every day and you write with new people on this trip. I've been super fortunate to work with a lot of really amazing people, some artists, some just songwriters, some other producers. Wrote today. The day is Saturday. Saturday what? What is
the 14th.
Wow, it's the
I'm a
freaking
calendar
14th?
queen. It's the 14th.
Yeah, because I leave the 17th.
I just knew that
Holy
because I
shit.
knew that was my.
So I've been here like
day.
basically a month just writing songs and got a lot of really good ones. An artist that I worked with last year, Josh Gabbard. I just got word. We just met and got food a couple days ago, and he's going to put a song we wrote. And it's one of my favorite songs I've ever been a part of.
I'm not saying this because I'm dating him, but it's an
Josh?
incredible. No, it's an incredible song. It feels like Bruno Mars would definitely put it out, like literally. And
But Josh is putting it out, so Bruno couldn't go himself.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I forgot you're like going to pitch it, right?
Originally.
Yeah,
Not
but
to
I mean,
Bruno.
that's what I'm saying though. It sounds like a song that would be on the radio. Like
Well, I appreciate that.
everybody you show it to was like, "Oh my god!"
I'm really
like when
excited.
it gets to the chorus.
Josh's voice is insane.
Yeah, he's so
Like,
good.
He's got crazy range. And we wrote it basically for him. So I'm glad now that he's come around to be like an artist and he's going to put it out.
Yeah.
So I don't know when that's going to come out, but we got to finish it up. He's going to be in LA. So he's going to come out in August. Work with a ton of really great artists. Kelsey K and Aaliyah.
Cool voice.
Claire Wright was a really awesome. I don't know. I could go. The list goes on, but yeah, I got to work with a lot of amazing people on this trip.
Yeah, you've been in a good mood.
But
this
I'm
whole trip.
also out of ideas.
Wait, what do you mean? Like songwriting
basically,
ideas?
it's like how you come up with music or music
videos?
YouTube videos. You and Aaron have to come out. So she has a channel, Carly and Aaron.
Yep.
So you guys got to go. Okay, like we got to come up with a video because we have to do a video Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
That's David's
no,
schedule.
Sunday, Tuesday,
Tuesday,
Friday.
Friday.
Okay, sorry, I messed that up.
I know you're good.
And so basically that's what I have to do, but there. So I walk into a
as you're
room.
there, yeah.
Yeah, this is like how co-writes usually go. In Nashville, this is how it goes. I walk into a room, a lot of times with people I've never met in my entire life, and you kind of put the bullshit aside, and you just go like, you tell your story a little bit, like, hey, I was in a pop duo, my bandmate left, so then it was just me, and I decided I love producing and songwriting, and like, I do want to do the artist thing, but I also want to like focus on producing songwriting. And they're like, oh, I moved here from Chicago, and I live here now, and I've been doing this, blah, blah, blah. Cool, got that out of the way. So I had this idea, and then somebody will be like, I had this idea for, I'm just gonna make something up. Just like
My cats.
this, there's a rug, right? There's all this stuff on this rug. It's like you treat me like a rug, and I'd be like,
Ooh.
oh, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a song. Somebody can take it. Just give me publishing.
We'll know where it came from, though.
So then you'd be like, okay, cool, and then somebody's like, okay, I have a melody, and you literally, it's insane to think about because you just pull it out of your own ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
It's like. You literally like this one songwriter I heard on a podcast said it the best. We sell air for a living. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess
Because it's
so.
like, it's just kind of like, as a songwriter, like every time I'm talking to somebody, like I've done it with you a lot. You'll say something, I'm like, can you say that again? And then I like write it in my phone. I'm like, oh, that could be a funny song, or that could be a cool song, or that's a quirky way to say this or that.
Yeah.
And so that's how songwriting sessions like go, and then. The way I do it in LA most of the time is as we're writing, I'm producing and like working on it. We're at least getting a beat going. Here, it's just like all about the song first, and then the track gets added over that. Most of the sessions, which I really, really appreciate, because then you're writing a really amazing song. You're focusing on melodies, lyrics, and a lot in Nashville is about concept, especially in pop country. So if it was about the rug, like everything would have to reference like. You're like, I'm like that electric cord just sitting on top, just like you just threw it at the side. Like everything would have like something to do with that.
Oh, okay.
So like when you hear, by the time you hear you treat me like a rug, you'd be like, oh yeah,
Get it.
you set up the metaphor so nice.
It's all put together now.
And then everybody has, inputs, the melodies and whatever. And then like I would work on the track. But I've been doing that since, God, when did I get here? June
21st.
June 21st, I did my first, or June 20th.
22nd, probably.
I think I did the 20th or 21st. I did my first session, and it's almost been a month. And I've been doing a session literally every day, if not 2-a-days. So
yeah, it's a lot.
concept-wise, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, I'll still come up with stuff. Like, if somebody says something, I'm like, oh, there's a song there. But like, as far as like me walking in, be like, I always had this concept that I haven't worked on. I'm like, nope, it's all gone. I'm out of concepts. So I usually, if somebody says something, I'm like, oh, that's a good lyric. Or, you know, I think if you're a songwriter, an aspiring songwriter, like I think the best songs come out of just conversations and like a different way to say them. Where I worked with Bree Kennedy and her boyfriend Kyle today, and we wrote an amazing song. And Bree was saying something like, what's a way to say, and I forget what she was, like, do it on purpose. And I'm like, do it on purpose. That's how you say it.
Yeah.
Or I forget what it was, but stuff like that.
Just like real life talking.
Real life talking, because some of the best songs are just super conversational.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's funny you say, I feel the exact same way with concepts, I guess, because Aaron and I post 3 days a week. And when one of us is out of town, we're still posting 3 days a week. Like, we've never missed a posting day, which we're
crazy.
Yeah, we're really proud of ourselves for that. Which part of it kind of sucks because I feel like some of our videos aren't to the fullest potential because
you're
like
so wrong.
I guess it just feels like that sometimes
because David Dobrik, I will quote the David Dobrik saying people are sleeping on you.
Thank you.
And
they've been awoken a little bit though.
They've been awoken. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was saying it's funny you say that because last time I was here, Erin was out of town. She was gone for 2 weeks. So we had to pre-film like 7 videos or something.
Yeah.
So we filmed a bunch. We had a lot of time to do that. We had like 2 weeks to like get ready and think of ideas. And that was like fine. And then she got back last week. And so we had 1 week until I came back here. And we had to film another like 7 videos, including our videos we were posting that week.
Hustle.
So, yeah, but it's like, it's so hard to think of ideas now. Like it's not hard to film and edit them at all. It's so easy, but it's so hard to think of the ideas. And I was getting such bad anxiety all week because it was like Wednesday and we hadn't filmed any of them. And we didn't even have like solid ideas yet or anything. And it's just like, what are they going to be? Like, are we going to get them done? I don't want to miss a day. Like, it was just intruding all of my thoughts. But we got it done. And I'm really proud of some of the videos actually so far.
But I think that's what the fans appreciate more is that you're not just doing like a whatever video just to like, whatever, this will be just a video to do.
Yeah.
Like you guys put so much thought and time and you guys have really enjoyed doing it and it comes across in your videos. And I think that's why, like, especially on that video with David, like all that stuff is like, I don't know why it's not like 3 times the amount and it looks like it's moving towards that, you know, because you guys put so much time. It's just like a matter of time before if you work so hard on something for so long and you put so much time and energy into it, by the time people catch up, they start to go back and like, oh, wow, they've been so consistent.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
like the
true.
content's great. So it's like you put a lot of pressure on yourself, but I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, in a healthy way.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you guys were just kind of like, whatever, like we just won't post for a little bit. Like,
yeah, which has come across my mind sometimes, but we haven't.
No, I know. And it's so easy to do that.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like, it's so nice. Cause some of your friends even that'll just be like, whatever, I'll miss like a day or 2, whatever. You guys have been so to the schedule. Like, we're doing this for the Carly and Aaron fans. Like, that's like something to be appreciated for.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Shout out the Carly and Aaron fans.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, it's funny because the video we did with David, it literally took us 20 minutes to film. And it was probably one of the easiest videos I've ever edited. But I think what we were doing, people wanted to see so bad.
Yeah. Well, there's something to say to that, too.
Yeah.
And there's something to say about, you know, if you guys are, like, just in front of the camera, just yourselves. Like sometimes people like we're just talking. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it, you know, it's stuff we care about. We're passionate about. We're not just like if we were just sitting here like I don't know, and then I got like a pizza, I guess, and like whatever. But it's stuff we like care about. So I know that because I love watching podcasts on people are like passionate about things and other people's like insights. Like, just watch H3H3 had Bo Burnham on.
Oh, yeah.
And
it was a good
if you haven't seen it yet, wait till the end of this, please.
Don't exit out yet.
Yeah. Don't skip the ad if you come back.
Yeah. Watch it again.
But, no, it was, like, really interesting, and I love seeing that. But I think that's kind of like when you guys do videos like that, people are just really interested to hear what you have to say. And that's why, like, mukbang videos, which are just them, like, eating and talking to the camera, are so interesting because it's nice to just, like, I'm around you guys all the time, but it's still like, sometimes I'm like, oh, whoa, cool. Like you guys talk about like random things, but it's like interesting.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
And it's like when I'm alone eating and I'm like, I literally did that the other night.
Oh, really?
Or like, this was like when I was like a month ago, one of the mukbangs, I was eating Olive Garden by myself and I was like, oh, this is so funny. I'm like, I'm doing what that it's supposed to do.
One that we did, or just a random mukbang on YouTube?
It was one. It was either you with Zane or you with Matt or something. I forget what it was.
Was it McDonald's?
It must have been, yeah.
No with Matt.
But I was literally eating Olive Garden, like
Oh,
watching
that's
it.
awesome.
Because I was just like skipping through videos, and then I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, this is so funny. I'm like eating along with you guys.
That's funny. I was watching
When
one
your
of-
girlfriend can't hang out, you just watch her videos.
I love
Hey
watching
babe,
you.
do you want some raviolis?
He's like, I love watching you eat and talk to your friends. I was watching one of Trisha's, like, probably a year
Trisha
ago.
Paytas?
Trisha Paytas, yeah. And she was eating nachos. And I went and got nachos
That's
to
so
eat.
funny.
Yeah, I was like craving. I was like, this would be kind of fun to like do. And it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like to eat, and it sounds really lonely.
Well,
but it's fun.
I think the funniest thing that happened involving Trisha was, it was like when Trisha and Jason, so Trisha Paytas is a YouTuber, Jason Nash is a YouTuber, they started dating. And like right around when they started dating, it was like we weren't that close with her yet.
Oh, yeah.
And we were at David's watching her do, what was it? It was the Italian food mukbang, ASMR mukbang. It was the
Oh,
ASMR
her video,
mukbang.
yeah.
And she's like dipping like
No talking.
Yeah, no talking. She would like dip bread and like cheese or whatever it was, and we're like, oh my god,
All
there's like
of us.
7 of us.
And we're like, open it,
yes,
open it,
open it,
open it.
and she would like open it like really quiet. Like ASMR is like like weird like quiet YouTube videos like that help people sleep, to be like, okay guys, so I'm gonna open up this cheese here. And then you would like open it up. But we were like, yes, open it. But it was like
so
7
sad.
of us at David's.
I remember it was
so
11.
creepy.
It was like 11 p.m. and Zane was like, where can I get pasta right now? Like he needed pasta.
Yeah, we are all
watching
so hungry.
it. I feel like they need to do brand deals for mukbangs. Like, will you just eat a bunch of Applebee's and just people will want it watching you eat it? Like,
I'm
that's
like,
so
sure.
such a good idea.
I'll do it. Just give it to me for free.
I'll do it. I'll pay for it even.
Yeah, I'll even pay for it. So I'm just going to do it. But we told her that, and she was like, that's so weird.
Yeah, I know. Well, then the first few times we talked, or I think it was like the second or third time we hung out with her, we were in David's car and she did a Chick-fil-A mukbang with us
Oh, yeah,
in it.
yeah.
And I was like, this is my dream come true.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that's fun. I'm trying to think.
But I'm just like excited because like I've been on this trip for like, and don't get me wrong, I get to do songwriting for a living. I'm so thankful. And like you get to do YouTube for a living. It's so thankful. But we're going to Philly for my friend Kevin's wedding next week. We leave Tuesday, and I'm not doing anything.
Yeah,
I'm going golfing with my dad. I'm going to go see some friends. I'm going to go to the wedding. You know, we're going to hang out in Bucks County. I can't wait because
Yeah,
like
I
I'm
love
like
your house.
I love writing songs. I love producing, but when you do it like so much, like my brain needs like just a little recharge.
Oh, for sure. And it's
I'm
not like
so tired.
it's not like you're even working a normal work schedule. You're working most of the days and also Saturday, Sundays.
Yeah,
So
well,
you're just
and
constantly
most
on the go.
people, most songwriters will work like here. It's like most songwriters are like 11 to 2,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like I like getting a song done and like almost like record ready. So it's like almost like ready for submission for Spotify, radio, whatever. Because like if anybody's gonna hear that song, I want anybody that hears it to be like, oh, this is great. Like who did this?
Yeah.
Like I put the time in. So a lot of the sessions I'd be there till like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. and like 11 to 8 or 11 to 11. Like I was like, man, I'm like so tired.
Yeah, you had
like
some
so
long.
drained.
I
But
feel like
this
one of them was
way,
like 14 hours.
but there's something to say about like if I don't do that, then I have a plate full of anxiety when I get back to LA because I'm like, I want to do new sessions, but like shit, I have to finish like 12 songs.
So it pays off.
So it pays off. So if anybody decides they like it or somebody's like, oh, I love this song, I want to like finish it up. I'm like, cool. It's like pretty much there. I just got to add a few little things. So that's good.
That's a good, yeah.
I just like came down so hard. I was like, man, well, that's good.
Well, anyways.
But
Yeah, I'm with you. Even though like Aaron's been gone and I'm gone, I'm still like editing and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's like it'll be nice to just chill.
yeah. But it's like it's gonna be like a little vacation. And it's summer.
vacation.
So it's like summer vacation.
Summer vacation
It's
2018.
like summer vacation. See, the funny thing is, so we're gonna be in Wawa Land. It's Hoagie Fest right now.
Oh, wait, what?
Bucks County.
Hoagie Fest?
Yeah, it's Hoagie
At
Fest.
Wawa?
Well, Hoagie Fest is just like they have like different hoagies every week that are like on sale or like cheaper.
I was literally thinking of like a beer fest, but it's hoagies.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was like Wawa parking lots only or
That's
something.
so funny.
Yeah,
no,
that was
it's
what I
just-
had in my
They just
head.
call it Hoagie Fest, and then it'll be like, come to Hoagie Fest at Wawa. Shout out to my
gonna-
friends Brennan and Kara. They had the like Wawa sync deal like 2 or 3 years ago.
yeah, that's
so it
so
was
cool.
like all of the advertising for Wawa, they would use their music as like the background music and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it was like really cool. So they were like, we were
so-
asking like, what have you guys done? And like Wawa's like it's literally like a convenience store, but you can, and most of them are gas stations as well. But like when you go in, there's like a place where you can order food. So you can be like, okay. And a hoagie's like a sub, but we're calling it a hoagie. We're not calling it a sub. So you're like, okay, I want like a, Italian hoagie and I want this, I don't want that. And you have a touch screen and and you're like, what do I want for a side? Ooh, yeah, they have really good mac and cheese. Whatever.
Pretty legit
Then you print it
meals.
out. Then while they're making it, you get all your other stuff in the convenience store and then you check out, pay, and then you pick up your food and you leave. It's the best.
Yeah, you love it.
And it's 24 hours, baby.
We go when we're at his parents' house. We always go at like 11:30 at night, and you get some mac and cheese,
Dude,
like
it's the
fully
best.
made mac and cheese.
I'm like not even hungry, but I just need to do it because to me, especially, and this is the reason I brought it up is that's summer to me. So my buddy
Yeah.
Tom posted on his Instagram. It was him eating a Wawa hoagie, and he had like a coffee out. And then he was like on his way to the beach. And I was like, dude, I got hit with a wave of nostalgia.
Oh,
like,
really?
Holy shit. Like, that's like, and it's like wrapped in it says like Hoagie Fest on the outside Wawa wrapper. I'm so excited.
You're
but-
just like going crazy.
But every summer, so what I would do is like we'd drive down to the beach. So I would go to like Wildwood Beach. That's where me and my friends would always go. That's where my family would go. And on the way down, I would get I usually would be like recording bands. So like I'd be like producing a band right up until I had to leave, would finish whatever I had to do. And then that Saturday morning or Friday night, I'd stop at Wawa, get myself a hoagie and then eat that hoagie on the way to the beach, drive to the beach, windows down. Oh my God, it was the best
like
feeling in
all
the world.
summer. Those are your summers.
Well, I'd be there like a week.
Oh,
I wouldn't stay all summer.
but like every summer.
Every summer.
Yeah.
And then like at least once or twice, I would go down to Wildwood. It was like
So
a 2-hour
cool.
drive.
It's so cool that because I grew up in the Midwest and we don't have any oceans or anything.
Yeah.
So
Do
like
they have like a lake or a river?
we had a lake. We have a
You're like,
lake.
there's no water.
We're dry, bone dry there in Nebraska. We just have cows. Well, there's a place called Lake Zarinsky. It's a really big lake, but it's not like you don't
Lake
make.
Zarinsky?
Is that so Midwest sounding?
I don't know. It sounds more like a Lake. Lake Zarinsky sounds like this crazy doctor. I don't know. I hear the character in
Dr.
my head. He's like,
Zarinsky.
my name's Dr. Lake Zarinsky, and I'm here to fix your face.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
that's so funny to me. Sorry.
No, but it's not like a vacation place. It's just like a giant lake where you can like. I
Well-
don't even know if you can swim in it, but you can
Yeah.
take like little tiny boats.
What was like your summer? Like, what would you do every summer? Like, say school lets out. For me, I'm like, cool pools.
Yeah.
Like going to friends' houses, playing like wiffle ball. That was a
Oh,
huge thing.
fun.
Yeah, we'd always play wiffle ball at Kevin Beal's house, and then we'd go swim in his pool, sharks and minnows. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
What about you?
Same. No. I mean, we would go to. I'm just trying to think because it's so different from you. We would go to Lake. We'd honestly go to Lake Zarinsky a lot. Like we'd make Facebook groups with like all.
Who's we?
Like my group of friends.
Oh,
But
that
there
you're
was-
like family.
Oh no, I didn't do much with family. Like, I mean, like not anything bad, but
I'm so sorry.
like no family parties really in the summer except for
really?
like birthdays and like Father's
Whoa,
Day.
we had like a lot of barbecues.
Oh really? Yeah. We
That's
only
why.
did that for like holidays.
You know what? That's why I love like whenever. Like, remember Heath had a barbecue? Was it for his birthday?
Yeah. hmm
Like that, like, oh my, nothing like makes me happier than like
barbecue.
smelling a grill. Like 4th of July David's last year when we went and we just hung out there.
Uh-huh.
That's my ideal every weekend.
Me too,
Let's sit
me
around a
too.
fire. Let's just talk and hang out.
Yeah.
And that was like when I started to really get close with everybody. And like Brandon and Alex, like we were all like sitting there like talking. Like
We've
that
been
was
hanging out at
good
David's a
time.
lot more too, so it's nice.
I love it.
It's like
Oh
being
my
at your
God.
rich uncle's house. Like
Yeah.
it's a nice house. It's comfortable. There's a giant TV. It's just like friends are always
But your
there.
uncle's a psychopath.
Right? Yeah, he might.
But
He
you
might
know,
start a flamethrower in your face, but it's fine.
but he hooks it up.
Yeah, he's cool though. But I know every summer, like, I don't know if it was friends or with my parents. Okay, I started with my parents and me. We'd go to Adventureland. It's a theme park. It's like 3 hours
Like
away.
the movie?
No.
Yeah.
Wait, was that a theme park?
Yeah, the whole thing was it was a water park.
Adventureland?
Yeah.
Oh, this was the
Was that
water
a-
park. I
Wait,
don't know.
I'm mixing movies up. But Adventureland was definitely a. Wait.
They
I have to look
They
this
have
up.
Adventureland at Disneyland. Is that what you're
No,
talking about?
no. Here, go on with the story.
Oh, so we would drive like 3 hours to a theme park. I'm trying to think. I think I went with my friends a few times too, like in high school. But yeah, we would make Facebook groups and just
Is it like a Six Flags?
kind of. It's not as fun, but there's like big roller coasters and stuff there for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in Des Moines, Iowa. It sounds
really?
terrible.
So this was, it was Jesse Eisenberg and what's her face?
Oh, wait, wasn't it like a
Stewart,
zombie
right?
movie? Or am I thinking of something totally
No,
different?
Kristen Stewart. I don't think this one was the zombie movie.
I don't think that was a theme park, though, was it? Adventureland?
Yeah, it was a water park.
Oh.
Romantic comedy drama film written and directed by Gregory Morano. Ryan Reynolds is in it too. The film is set in the summer of 1987 when recent college grad Jesse Eisenberg is making big plans to tour Europe and attend graduate school in pursuit of a career in journalism. However, financial problems have forced him into a summer job instead of traveling abroad, which places him at Adventureland, a rundown amusement park in western Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa. It's
Outside
all coming full
Pittsburgh.
circle, baby.
There he meets Kristen Stewart, a coworker with whom he develops a quick rapport and relationship.
Speaking of water parks, I don't know what it is, but I've been really into watching YouTube videos that are exploring abandoned water parks.
Yeah, where did that come from?
I have no idea. It was on one of my recommended, so I clicked it, and it's really creepy because like some kid goes in, like he goes down the water slide, but there's no water, so he's basically just like walking, like because you don't really
he doesn't
slide.
like try to slide.
No, he's
okay,
walking,
he's
but
walking.
it's like a tunnel, so it's pitch dark for half of it. So he just has
He's
like
by himself?
no, there's people with him, but he
okay.
went down the slide by himself. So he had like a light on his head, and he just had a camera. And I'm like, this is like
rusted out.
right, and they're like, oh, this one's kind of creaking and rocking. Like I'm kind of worried it's gonna fall.
Yeah, that stuff will collapse.
Yeah, like nobody's taking care of these water slides. It's so scary. And I saw one. I don't know if it was YouTubers we knew or not, but they explored an abandoned amusement park and they climbed the top of a roller coaster. Like they were climbing up the wood.
Nope.
Yeah, terrifying. But it's also so intriguing to me.
Nope.
Hey, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Hey, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, so I don't know what it is, but it's so interesting looking at it. I don't know. I've always had this thing with like empty pools. Empty pools really freak me out.
So-
but empty water parks, I'm like, but I want to see it still. Like it's so intriguing to me.
Like on a video, or do you want to go and look at it?
I'd be down to go and look at
I
it. but
propose
would-
at an abandoned water park.
I'm crying for so many different reasons.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just really interesting and scary, and that's what makes me want to watch it. Because I'm like, oh, this is creepy, but I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
So like what it looks like. Because how often do you get
So
to do
that's
that?
so that's how you spent your summers.
Yeah, that's what I did in my summertime.
So segue.
Yeah, no, my summers were basically amusement parks.
Hold on.
Going to malls. Like
Oh,
hanging out at
really? Were you a
malls.
mall rat?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody was in like middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to a
my
mall
mom will
a lot.
drive if your mom will pick up.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of that.
Yep.
Food court hangs.
A lot of friends' houses. Like that was the main thing, especially my house.
So what was your like? I don't know. I'm like interested. I'm sure the viewers are listening.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
I'm like interested. Like, what was your like friend group like? Like, were you guys like that '70s show style? Like, were you guys like little degenerates, or were you guys just kind of like
no
listen to music? Like, what would you do?
Yeah, I had a lot of friends that were in bands. Like I've always been like in that part of friend groups.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that.
Like band guys,
Yeah, so
musicians,
yeah.
or girls, band girls.
like one of my whole friend group was like a band basically, and they would have practice at a church by my house like every Saturday. So I would just go and like hang out, and then we'd get food after, and then they would have shows on the weekends, and we would
cool.
go, and yeah. And then in high school, it was just
So we literally had like the same.
literally, yeah. I don't know. And then in high school, it was a bunch of friends, and we were kind of like that 70s show, but we didn't really drink or anything. But every weekend we would hang out. We'd watch SNL every Saturday. My mom would make us brownies. Like it was the best.
When was the first time you drank?
Well, my parents are watching this, so no, I think I was like 20, honestly.
Oh, really?
I was pretty old for being young and drinking. I
You were,
don't
like,
even know where
you
it
couldn't
was.
have waited.
Right. I don't even know where
You're like, well, I got to be a
was.
little rebellious. It was like the day before your 21st.
Yeah.
You're like, no, we're cool with you drinking here. You're in a Red
11:59.
Robin. They're like, no, it's literally fine. You're like, no, I'm badass.
Do you know what's messed up? At midnight on my 21st birthday, they didn't serve me at some bar we went to. They're like, no, we don't do that because of power hour, which I guess a lot of 21-year-olds do power hour when they turn 21 and they get too messed up and they have to like, yeah.
Well, I
was
know
like,
what power hour is, but that's some bullshit.
yeah.
That's some Omaha, Nebraska bullshit right
I think
there.
it is. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, like I remember like going like with friends that were turning 21 and they'd be like, you just can't leave here. Like they'd be 20, they'd be like we'd be there like 8 and they'd be like, yeah, you just can't leave till midnight.
What?
Yeah, in
Why?
case they like left the bar and were drunk. They didn't want them leaving.
Oh, so they would serve
like,
them at 20 years old, though?
Yeah.
Oh,
They'd be like, as long as you say, like, it would be like, I think it was with my friend Jack's parents and his brother Kevin, and it was something like that. They like served him when he was 20. Maybe I'm wrong. I was with somebody and they literally like served them before. Maybe it was like 10. And they're like, yeah, as long as you're here till midnight.
They get like so drunk and sick and they have to wait. It's like, we have to wait 30 minutes to call the ambulance.
Yeah.
Because you're not 21 yet.
That's so funny.
Dang, yeah. I never really underage drank though. Did you?
Yeah.
Ooh, gross. Like how young?
16.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty normal though, probably.
Maybe I was 17. I was probably 17. And like I would only drink beer because like the first time I drank, it was just dumb. Like the first time I ever drank like vodka, I was like, like drinking it like beer. Oh. And me and my friends, it was me and two of my friends. I had just gone through like, my first serious breakup.
Oh no. So you're heartbroken.
And the first time I had vodka, I was 18. So I'm 18. Just broke up with my high school girlfriend and, was going through some stuff. And like emotionally, it was just like not a good time to drink.
Yeah, no.
Especially try your first time with liquor.
Yeah.
So my friend had a water bottle full of Absolute vodka.
Oh my God.
And we would hand it around until the bottle was killed.
Oh.
Not a good time. I don't know if you can hear in my voice or see on the video. I am a lightweight. And, like, 2 shots would probably get me like fine. First time drinking for sure. Two shots I would have been drunk.
Yeah.
But I'm doing like a water bottle, like split between
Just
3 people.
Pure vodka.
Yeah. So by the time we started smoking cigars, like what? Who am I? I hate smoking. So we're smoking cigars, and all of a sudden I like don't remember anything, and I wake up, and the only thing I can remember is 2 things. One, like a bunch of trash cans, and then
what a thing to remember.
Violently throwing up.
Like falling into trash cans?
Yeah, and my friends holding me up. That's all I remember, right?
It's like a TV show.
So what happens is I wake up. It's like the classic, like, what did I do?
Yeah.
I wake up and I go like this, like my head is pounding. I go to feel my hair. My hair is like glue.
Ew.
I go like this and I start pulling it. Look, it's all puke.
Oh,
I'm like,
my
oh my God. So I have a shirt on. I'm like, this isn't my shirt. I'm like, that's so weird. And I'm like, what is going on? And my friend is in a bunk. 2 of my friends are in a bunk bed. So they wake up. They're like, Bruce, you up? I'm like, yeah. They're like, I was like, what happened? They're like, dude, you were an asshole. They were like, you were the worst. You blacked out. And we couldn't control you.
What did you say?
So they were like, I was like, did I throw up a ton? Because it's like in my hair. They're like, dude, like, look at your pants. And I move the blanket and I'm still in jeans. Puke everywhere on my jeans. I was like, what did I do? So apparently this is how it went down. I drank with them, whatever. We smoked a cigar. And the last thing I do remember is we were sitting in his living room and his brother, my friend's brother, was playing video games. And I couldn't stop laughing at him. Like, it was like the room started to go, and like, it was just so funny to me. And then he would go like, what the fuck are you laughing at? Like, I don't know this guy at all. And I'm like, like trying not to laugh, but laughing,
Yeah.
when you're like really drunk and you're just like, and he's like, you got to get him out of here. I'm going to kick this kid's ass. Like, what is he doing? So they take me outside and I would go like, fuck you. Like, it's so out of my
That's
character.
not you at all.
Yeah. And then I took off running. And when I went running, they were trying to catch me. And they said, stop. And the dude like pushed me, like stopped. And that's when I hit a bunch of trash cans. So then I like look at my side and it's all bruised and scraped up. And they're like, from there, you took off running, thought you were going to my house, and started banging on the door. It's like midnight. I'm banging on his neighbor's door. Not his house.
No, you're a mess. You're
Such a little mess. I don't
How old
remember
were you?
any of that. 18.
Oh my God.
God, what an idiot.
Almost went to jail.
So then they finally bring me inside. They said they laid me down because I was like, at this point, I was like, couldn't even talk. And then they said they're like, thank God they were still in the room, but I started to throw up laying down.
Oh no.
And they had to like pull me into the bathroom. And of course, my parents are hearing this story for the first time.
Hi,
parents. They were like holding me up. I was like, just like violently puking. Mind you, this was like this needed to happen for me. It was like the worst, like at the time was like the worst moment of my life because like my mom is an angel. She's the sweetest ever. And I was going through like my rebellious phase at this point and like talked back to my mom, which never talk back to my mom. She's an angel.
Yeah.
Why would you ever talk back? She's the
Right.
sweetest woman in the world. So I talked back to her and I remember like it was really bad. So then the next morning I was like feeling like the worst human being ever. And like I went home and like cried to my mom and like apologized because I felt so bad for like talking down. But it needed to happen.
Yeah.
I'm glad it did because it taught me like, what are you
Don't
doing?
do that.
You're like, this isn't you.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Damn.
that was a random story. Took a little turn there.
Bruce is scary drunk.
That was the only, like, I think it's vodka because
Yeah.
I didn't remember any of
Like,
that.
let's try it again and see
And
what
then
happens.
I remember them being like, you called your ex. And I was like, what did I say?
That's so typical.
And they're like, no, like you were really nice about it. Like, whatever. I was like, I don't remember.
That's so funny.
So
Like, when
typical.
well, people always like call their ex.
I
Not
think meant
you.
for me.
No, like when they're
Every time
drunk.
Bruce, I get like a little bit of whiskey. I'm like, well, I wonder what my ex is doing.
It's like just an excuse.
Sorry, I gotta reach for some water.
Oh, can I
That-
have some, please? I'm
Yeah.
parched.
Yeah. Let me just get a little drink. You can feed the viewers some content.
Feed them content.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so a priest, a rabbi. I just tried to make a really shitty joke. Sorry, I just literally hit this against the mic.
You just pour it on the mic.
I
Like,
wonder if
I
that
forget.
sounded cool. Wait, could you use these mics for ASMR?
Yeah, these
Like,
are
are these
great
good
ASMR
mics?
mics.
I did ASMR.
You know what? These mics, I guess they're made for radio, but they're really good for, I found out about these mics when I was producing that they're really good for like screamers. So if you want to get technical about it, if you pop this off.
Oh. Whoa. Shit popped off.
See, back here, that's what's called the capsule. Mm-hmm. So because there's so much space, capsule's usually right at the end of the mic. Like regular mics, you see like the little thing at the top, and the capsule's right there.
Yeah.
This capsule's like really far down, so it can take a lot of like, I guess we can call it impact. So if you're screaming, it can absorb that and still make it sound good.
So the sponge doesn't do that?
What?
The sponge guy?
No, this is this. It's all a part.
Oh,
I'm talking about this
I thought
mic.
you meant you have to do it. You have to
No,
take it
I'm
off to
showing
do
you
it.
This mic in particular.
Oh.
This is like, it's like a, so your and all that stuff, it, makes it sound a little better.
That was a good one.
It's a little pop filter.
Should we read some emails?
We should read some emails.
Let's get to it. I want to read the one that you saved.
Oh yeah.
I'm very interested.
We'll start here.
Just like the subject had me intrigued.
Oh wait, hold on. I wanted to really talk.
Oh.
So
All right,
Carly
all right.
brought this up at dinner, and I was like, I don't want to hear anything more. You need to explain this on the podcast. I don't know how we got on the subject of talking about pronouncing words weird, but
Yeah.
apparently as a kid you pronounce vacuum wrong.
Yeah, as a kid, I don't know
How
where.
old?
I don't know at all. I want to say like 5 or whenever you start talking, maybe. I don't know. When do you start talking? At like 3? Or
Yeah.
like 10? Like, I don't know. I literally don't know.
Yeah, like 3 you're saying words. 5 you're talking.
Okay,
straight
maybe
up.
5. Because I was probably forming sentences at
15,
this point. I
okay.
don't know. Yeah, I was 20. But for some reason, I don't know where I got this word, but I would call a vacuum cleaner a masham.
It's so weird.
I know, and I don't know if
Masham?
I don't know if it's because like my brother's name is Sean. Like I got it from that. Like I
But you're saying sham
yeah,
with an M.
masham. So my mom would be like, okay, say it with me, va, and I'd go vacuum, vacuum, and I'd go masham. So like I don't know what I was thinking.
What an asshole.
I know, I don't know.
You're just trolling?
I don't know. I don't know if I was being sassy or if I legit was like confused. Also, this is really weird, but my aunt, we always call her Pinky for some reason. Like
Yeah.
that's her nickname. And my mom, I don't know why my mom put me up to these responsibilities because clearly I wasn't capable of doing it. But she was like, can you do the answering machine for us? And I was like, oh, so excited. And I was like, you have reached like Lucy, John, and Carly. We cannot come to the phone right now, but if you leave a message, we'll call you Pinky. Bye. And like I kept saying that and I wouldn't say call you back. And my mom would just be like, what are you saying?
We'll
Like,
call
what?
you Pinky.
And we'll call
you're
you
like,
Pinky.
Wait, do it again. I'll be your mom and dad like coaching you along as you're doing it. You do it again. Like this is gonna be the one, but you
Okay.
still screw up. Okay, here we
Like
go.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna forget. Okay.
Okay. Carly, this is the one. And as soon as it'll count you down and you're good to go. You ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
You've reached Lucy, John, and Carly. We are currently busy right now.
Perfect.
But if you leave your name and number,
Yes,
we
here we
will
go.
call you Pinky.
Don't say Pinky. No. Don't say beep either. Beep. See, it did the beep for you.
Oh shit.
Don't say shit. What are you gonna?
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, Mom.
You're saying
I want to be a YouTuber.
What What is that? I don't even know what that is. Go get the vacuum.
Oh, my
No, what the hell's happening?
Also, my brother, there's a story of my brother using a vacuum for the first time, and he it was out of a movie. He accidentally sucked up a blanket.
He mashamed up a blanket.
He mashamed up a blanket, and he yanked it, and then the curtain got stuck, and then he's yeah.
Dude,
all these
that stuff will always be so funny to me, slapstick humor
yeah,
that.
I knew that would get you.
No, Masham!
I'll call you Pinky, bye.
I'll call you Pinky, bye, beep. That's so funny to me.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some emails, Corral.
Let's do it.
The subject is
Philadelphia.
Is that a stalker?
Oh, I like
Question
this.
mark. Not mentioning a name.
Go on.
Here's the thing. I used to be best friends with this girl. The relationship started off okay. I dated her brother for a year, which caused us to be closer.
Okay.
After I came out as bisexual and broke up with her brother, she started acting strange. Not where... It takes a turn of where I didn't think it was going.
Okay.
This was when I was super into 1D and had a love for Nilehorn. Same.
Okay, yeah.
She never listened to them, and out of the blue, she started liking them and loving Nile. At that point, I was like, whatever, weird, but not crazy. Because a lot of people were getting into One Direction around that time. A lot of people, and a lot of people were standing Nile.
As they should.
Yeah, standing is a good thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, yes it is, Bruce.
Yeah, I know.
It means you're a crazy fan.
At Eminem's Stan.
Yeah.
If you know that song where he gets crazy obsessed. Mm-hmm. The fan gets crazy obsessed with him. At that point, I was like, whatever, weird but not crazy. She'd come over, and while I was helping my mom or doing something, she'd go through my stuff and put on my clothes. As time went on, she'd start to obviously copy me and, didn't try to make it not obvious. I dyed my hair blue. She came over the next day with blue hair. I met Five Sauce, and she started liking them. I changed my clothing style, and she went from tomboy and started dressing like me. So she went from being this tomboy to be like, oh, however you dress, I'm gonna dress. Whoa. So then it says, I stopped being her friend after other things happened. So she's not even saying specifically, and it's been 2 years. 2 years. Now this is where it's crazy. I recently posted a photo of my first tattoo, which is a rose with a specific date for my grandpa who died of cancer.
Oh, boy.
And she got a tattoo of a rose with a date.
The same date?
I don't think the same date, but with a date.
What?
Rose for rose. I don't know. It freaks me out, and I'm not sure if I should be worried or not. Sorry, this is long. XOXO,
Dang.
Gossip Girl. Which I don't want to say her name.
That's definitely so weird. I don't know if she's a stalker per se, but she definitely wants to be you.
See, that's really interesting to me when people it's almost like people don't have their own identity and they become obsessed with others.
Yeah,
it happens a lot.
Happens
a lot with, I think, actors, actresses, and musicians, where people see oh, that artist that I love is wearing her hair like that. Like Gwen Stefani used to do the little, what are those things called?
Space buns?
Yeah, space buns. And a lot of girls were doing that. Oh, Gwen Stefani's wearing those pants. I love that. I'm going to wear that now. And it's because they're influential. It's like social media influencers.
Right, yeah.
Like the old school influencers.
Yeah.
And so it's like if you look at Bieber, what he was dressing like however he dresses, he's the head of the curve, and then a lot of those Musically guys and everybody would be wearing Purpose Tour merch.
Yeah, it's
that was kind of crazy to me.
No, yeah, people still wear.
He was selling Purpose Tour merch at H&M.
Yeah,
that's weird. How big are you? And no. I mean, that's get your money, dude. That's crazy.
But it's crazy how it's turning into clothes.
That's nuts to me. You have a tour. It's like having Views tour. David Dobrik does the Views tour, and him having Views tour merch at American Eagle.
Yeah.
And kids are being you know what? I don't even really watch David that much, but that's cool because a lot of people are wearing Views stuff. Yeah.
It's not even they have to know who you are. It's just the style.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I never thought about that.
It started as me walking around North Hollywood and being oh, that guy's got to be a dancer for Bieber.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I remember I was like, that's so crazy. He's wearing his merch. But I was but who? I was maybe that's true. But then it would be a younger kid, 12, 13. I'm he's wearing Purpose merch. I'm and then you see all these Musically kids and Instagram boys wearing Purpose Tour merch. I was whoa, this is nuts.
So weird. But
I don't know how we got on that subject.
I don't know, but people being influential.
Do you know about the kid? You're just like blocking your face completely from the
Sorry,
camera.
I'm trying to fix. I feel like my hair looks so weird.
No, it looks good.
Thank you.
So you might know more about this than I do. There was a kid that like got facial surgery to look like Justin Bieber. Did you ever see this?
The kid who lives by you? Or was it I Want a Famous Face?
There was a kid that literally got.
I've heard of
I'll pull
that,
it up,
but
and
I've
then
heard of,
you'll have to post this on the video too. Of it was like Justin Bieber. I'm gonna search Justin Bieber. If you guys want to search along at home,
that's
Justin
Stalker.
Bieber fan face.
I mean, even with getting your face like somebody else
surgery,
reconstructive. Even going as far as getting your face worked on to look like someone else. I feel like there's still a line. Oh,
Justin
I
Bieber
remember
fan
that.
spends $100,000 on surgery to resemble Bieber.
Well, now he probably doesn't look like him at all.
He looks nothing like him.
Dang, that sucks. Imagine,
but
don't do all the kids
what
going through
you're
puberty.
saying is there's a guy that lives near me.
And then he like tries to be Justin
He
Bieber.
He looks dead on like Bieber.
Yeah.
This all goes along with the fact of like people being so infatuated with how somebody looks to be like they want to be like them.
Yeah.
What is it? Justin Bieber lookalike. I'm just gonna search on. I'm literally searching on Instagram. Justin Bieber lookalike. As like tags, because he probably tags himself, right?
I don't know. I don't know how he found him. I think someone knew his name.
That's not Justin. Get out of here. Sorry.
I don't know.
It's so annoying to be talking about this and not showing it.
No, it's okay. I was gonna say though, I feel like even if you get your face like surgically whatever to resemble somebody, there's still a difference between stalking and just like not having your own identity. Because if that girl is stalking you, I feel like it would be different. Like she would always be trying to contact.
This is him. His name's Brad Swayze.
Is it okay to say this, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think he knows it because he like posts at Justin and stuff.
Oh, okay.
BradSousaa. Like, I mean, if he doesn't, it's crazy. They just like look like, come on. Like, I'll just show it here. Like, that's nuts,
that's
man.
Crazy. What is he like? What is
like,
he
look at the way he looks away.
Oh, show the camera that one right now.
Are you kidding me?
That's literally Justin Bieber.
Dude.
I wonder if he gets girls that are like, you look like Justin, or if they think it's like
or he straight up just tells them he is.
Yeah, or that. Imagine him going to like Universal Studios.
Shut up. He's wearing Purpose Tour merch.
Oh yeah.
I told you.
Yeah, he
literally
wants to be him.
Whoa, man. That's crazy. I don't know, man.
See, but you don't think that's like stalking, right? That's just like not having your own identity if people are doing so.
Put it this way.
Like what this girl's friend is doing. It's not really stalking.
This is the way. I always like to look at things. It's one thing to have like an opinion on it, whatever. It's another to put yourself in the shoes of Justin Bieber. And I like throw all the fame and stuff away.
Right.
Pretend it's you. Pretend it's a Carly and Contra fan.
You're right.
Who looks just like you, dyed her hair, is like looking away just like you, doing your poses like you, wearing your guys' merch. Like, how would you feel?
Yeah. That's
what I'm like, I'm not saying that in like, how would you feel? But I'm like genuinely interested on like how you would feel about that. Like, would you be like, oh, that's kind of a compliment?
I don't know. It really depends. Like, I feel like I've seen a lot of people tweet at me and stuff that like are like dyed my hair just like you, but I don't think that's weird. But maybe they took it super far. Like,
but he like resembles like everything. Like, if somebody started to like do everything like thing for thing like you and post pictures just like you, and oh, you just did the Malibu thing. Now they're doing a picture with Malibu rum, like, and they weren't like a younger fan, they were like around your age.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I feel like
I feel like
if you're not a celebrity or not like a YouTuber or something that you have like fans or whatever, I think it's different as like this girl.
Oh,
she's
100%.
Because I don't know. I could see Justin Bieber just being like, oh, this dude just like probably wants like Instagram like followers and he wants people to think that he's me because I'm a celebrity. Like, I don't know. Maybe he is freaked out that he would be, but
I don't know this guy Brad at all. So maybe his like goal was like originally like, oh, I'll be like his double. Yeah. Like I could probably make like $100,000 easy just being his double. Dope. Just like I go someplace to make it look like he's somewhere else where he can get his private time in the Bahamas or something.
Yeah. But if I was somebody who didn't have a following or anything and that somebody was doing that, I would be really freaked out.
Oh, yeah.
Like this girl that emailed us.
That is really interesting. It could be playful or not playful. It could be like coming from an innocent place of just like somebody just like doesn't know how to be their own person and they just like
that's how I would
like,
see
wow,
it.
I love how she looks or whatever. Or I mean like I do see in the email she does like point like out how like it was right around the time that she came out as bisexual. So maybe this girl was like, well, if I look like you, you'll be interested in me.
Oh.
So I don't know if maybe it's like
Interesting.
But the tattoo and everything, that is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know. Everybody's different.
But
so
maybe,
it's like hard to.
Yeah, maybe by now this girl has like built, the girl who emailed us up so high in her head. She's just like following her every move on social media and stuff.
Build her up in her head. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's, in a way, she might be like looking up to you. It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's like a weird compliment. But, you know, when it comes down to like personal stuff like that, it's almost like you're taking my identity away from me. You know, like that was like something so personal and so meaningful to me. Now there's like two of those.
Yeah.
Like that girl walked into a tattoo shop and was like,
really
hey,
strange.
see this Instagram picture of this? I want this exact same thing.
Yeah.
Different date. I'll change the date, but make this rose exactly the same. That is really kind of interesting.
Yeah. The tattoo thing is the biggest weird thing.
I would just like block her out of your, like try to like ignore it. Like don't engage with it.
Or sorry, I totally cut you off.
No.
Did you?
I was done.
If you're really worried about it, I would reach out and be like, hey, I just noticed you got the same tattoo as me. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know. I wonder what she would say.
If you want to, like some people don't want to deal with that confrontation because you said they haven't talked in 2 years or whatever, but.
Yeah.
Let's do another.
Really, really weird. Well, this person said, hey guys, I don't have an issue, but can y'all talk about ghosts sometime?
I almost spit
Oh my God,
tea.
I thought you did.
I almost spit tea. Thank God I didn't.
That would have been a
drink
meme.
that. Oh my God.
That would have been turned into a meme.
I almost laughed out loud. Oh, yeah. I mean, do you have any ghost stories?
I don't. Thank God. I don't think I could handle my life if I ever saw a ghost. Do you?
I had like a weird. Man, can we talk about what happened at your mom's house? Your parents' house?
It's a long story.
I could sum it up.
All right, go for it.
Yeah, I guess it gets a little personal.
Yeah, maybe for a different podcast.
Yeah, maybe for a different podcast. But it involved a medium. It was wild how specific to me it was. And like I like
crazy.
waited out and then like they called out some like really personal stuff. And I kind of like I went into it as like a skeptic, just being like, you know, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, because sometimes like you're so excited that somebody's like pointing you out. They like a medium's like supposed to be like passing a message through, you know, from the other side.
Right.
And sometimes like stuff will be so generalized and you'll be like, yeah, well, that's got to be me. So like I waited out until it was like so painfully obvious. And I almost like, I literally like, it was one of those moments where somebody like says something and it's so true. Your body just goes, what? You know what I mean? Like I almost cried.
Yeah.
It was like really insane. So that was like with you. And stuff that like, and everybody says it like, dude, stuff they would never know. But it was stuff like
It was
so
literally-
personal in my family. Like I never even told Carly.
Yeah.
And like some stuff that I even found out later on that was like, this was said and it was like, oh yeah, that's crazy.
Like conversations within the family that nobody would know. Weird.
Really, really personal. It was really, really insane. It was really cool.
You ever seen a ghost?
So I had this weird moment when I was on tour. I was on Warped Tour 2010 and I had just done Warped Tour, and my parents and my girlfriend at the time and her best friend came to the show, and then I was going to go with my girlfriend and her best friend to New York because it ended in Cleveland, and we are going to go to New York to her best friend's aunt's house, and then from her aunt's house we were going to drive home. But it was like middle of nowhere, New York, and on the way there, my parents are being a little weird, and my girlfriend's being weird. I'm like, what's going on? Like you got like. I was just like, I just had like the best week, you know, at Warped Tour or whatever. And they were like, we didn't want to tell you because we didn't want to like ruin time, like, you know, whatever. But Grandpa passed away. And I was just like, oh, shit. Like, it was kind of like, dang, I was like so upset. And I was like, man, because like, you know, he had Alzheimer's and he was having like a rough time. But so it was kind of like bittersweet. It was like, I'm glad, you know, he's at peace and whatever. But I was like, man. So then I was just kind of like, all right, you know. So then we go onto this like literally like farmhouse type thing, like middle of nowhere, like country
Not creepy
road,
at all.
upstate New York. And I'm sleeping in a separate room from my girlfriend and her best friend, out of respect to the family. And like her aunt, like they all went to sleep, and then her and her best friend go to bed, and then I go in the other room. It's like old ass house, like out of like the 1860s. And
scary.
really, really old and creaky kind of thing,
Yeah.
you know, like whatever. So I'm laying in bed, and it's now like I'm just about to fall asleep, and I hear the door open, and I'm like, oh, it's her. Like either she's gonna like come into bed or whatever. And I'm like, you know, sorry, I don't mean to say the B word, but I was like, what's up, babe? You know,
Wow.
whatever. No. So I was like,
What's up, bitch?
I didn't want to say the B word.
What's up,
Oh,
bitch?
what's up, ho? What's up, bitch? Yo, what she doing?
Glad our relationship is the
Yo,
same.
what that mouth do? And she was like, what was your relationship
but
with
it
this
was
girl?
not.
Like,
It was just never mind.
Yeah. So I'm like, what's up, babe? And I just see, it's really creepy. I see like a figure in the doorway, and I'm like, babe. And I'm just like looking, I'm like, what are you doing?
Ew.
And then I'm like, that's not her. And I'm like now I'm like standing still. I'm like, why is it open? And then I just see like this figure there, and then I'm just like, hello? And like nothing happens. And I'm like, and the door's creaking a little bit more, and I literally just like put the blanket over and just went to bed.
Was it open when you woke up? The door?
I don't remember. But I like
I was
literally.
like, well, did he close it?
I texted her. I was like, "Are you up right now?" Because I was like, "I'm not getting out of bed."
Yeah.
But I just like hid under the
Oh
blankets.
my God.
The next morning, I was like, "Did one of you come in the room?" Because I wanted to start it out like that, and then to be like, "Oh yeah, sorry," like I was like, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. And I was like, "Does the door usually open in the middle of the night?" And she's like, "No, what do you mean?" And I was like, and I tell them, they're like, "Ew,"
Yeah.
and they're like, "Thank God we're leaving."
yeah.
I was like, "Whoa." But I will say, like, I remember in the moment being really scared. But for some reason in my brain, because my grandpa just passed away, that's why I told that story.
Yeah.
It felt like his presence. I know that's insane.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like this was going to harm me. It just scared me.
Well,
I was like,
yeah.
whatever
It was-
this is like really weird. But I wasn't like, oh, something's gonna come kill me. It was really, really weird. That was my only experience of something like that.
Like, what did it look like? I don't even know what I would do if I even experienced something like that. I'd be like, well, I just want to hide forever.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Ew. Or it was like a spirit from that house. Like, someone died in that house. And they were like, why are you in my room?
They were really nice though.
Yeah, that's
really
nice.
accommodating.
Do you want a piece of pie?
They did ask that. Oh my God.
Did you eat it?
No. I don't want any ghostly pies. But let's go to another email.
Shall we?
That was like the only real ghost things we had.
Yeah. I honestly just hope I never have a ghost experience. I don't think I could handle it.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to read the name. Hi. Would appreciate staying anonymous. Okay, good thing I didn't read the name. I'm 23 and my boyfriend, in quotes for some reason, boyfriends in quotes, is 26. So she's 23, he's 26. We've been together almost 2 years, but we're going through our first rough patch / arguments. Life got in the way and we hadn't seen each other for a while, and we both pushed each other away until recently, where it came out that he was getting emotional needs met by another person.
Oof.
Yikes. We both decided to take a break to get over. Sorry, let me read that again. We both decided to take a break to get to know each other again so we could start over. I should also add we had a pregnancy scare in the middle of this, and things were actually getting better, and we were finally opening up to each other. Fortunately, the scare passed because we were not ready yet. But now that I'm like, what does that mean?
Because we were not ready, I was no longer pregnant.
It is gone now.
That's how it works.
Good to know. But now that it's passed, he has reverted back to where he won't give me answers and only talks about surface level subjects. So I don't know if I should just give up. I don't know if I should just give up or keep fighting for the best relationship I've ever had. Please give me your unprofessional advice. Well,
Leg up for this one.
What do you say?
I said leg up for this one.
Yeah, this one's
Got my boot up on the couch. Sorry, Brian.
if he was getting his emotional needs by another person, that's cheating. Like, that's emotionally cheating
Yeah.
for sure. So I mean, I don't know if that's like something you guys have worked through, but like when you get cheated on or whatever, there's so many things you have to work through
Yeah.
and start over and like work on certain aspects. not that I have really an experience with cheating, but a
Yeah,
lot of
but-
people don't know that that's a form of cheating. Like
What?
getting your emotional needs met by somebody else. That'd be like if I was texting one of my guy friends every day, all day, like telling me about
like
my
talking
day.
on the phone and whatever. Yeah.
So it's definitely a form of cheating, even though nothing physical is happening. So that's like a huge wedge in the relationship, probably.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is like the communication's like not there.
Yeah. You're
So
not talking at all.
it's really tough to not know like all the details because
Mm-hmm.
when somebody's here and they're telling you and you're like, well, and then I start to ask questions like, oh, well, it sounds like this and that. And like, oh yeah, well, the other thing is, and then you're
Yeah.
like, oh, now that makes more
Yeah.
sense. You know, there's like a lot of stuff that's missing from this puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say at 26, 2 years, and I don't know. I guess we can talk a little bit about us because I just wrote a song about this, but I wrote a song with Kelsey K and Megan Connor called Gradually. And Kelsey had this concept. She was like, gradually. It's like, it's not like all those other love songs, like it all happened gradually.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I can pull from personal experience because Carly and I, we took it like really slow.
Mm-hmm.
Like we met on dating app called,
Tinder.
I mean, I wasn't going to mention its
Oh,
name.
you said called. So I thought
Yeah,
you were
called something.
Like, oh, I'm sorry.
We're trying to get
Everyone
sponsored
knows.
by Tinder,
Yeah.
low-key. If you guys want to tweet your congressman about Tinder and us. And dear governor, I would love a couple of issues to be sponsored by Tinder. And Tinder's like, what the hell is happening with all these governors? So we met on Tinder. And Tinder's kind of like known for, you know, people you meet and sleep with people.
Yeah,
like on
hooking
that.
up.
It's just like
Hooking
being in a
up.
city and you can
Yeah.
kind of, but there are, you know, some times where you meet somebody that you get feelings for. And that was Carly and I. And it wasn't like, and like just being honest, like it wasn't like, I was like, oh my God, I met the love of my life. It wasn't
What?
like that. Like when I first met you.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, this girl, I literally was like, I feel like I'm going to be best friends with this girl. Like
Yeah.
it was so crazy to me. It was like, I knew there was something special,
Mm-hmm.
but it like wasn't love yet. And it was like, then we spent like, I remember a specific moment. We were in my old apartment on that, there's a picture of it too, of on the cart that was in
Oh,
there.
yeah, yeah.
And like bonding. No, I lied. The first real moment was us sitting in my room and we were looking up videos of Roller Coaster Tycoon.
And that's when I
But
knew.
we watched a bunch of
that was
YouTube
after, that was
videos
our
together.
First date. Yeah.
It was after our first date.
Yeah.
We just sat in my room. I pulled up a chair. We didn't do anything. We didn't hook up. We didn't kiss.
Yeah.
We didn't anything. We watched YouTube videos.
We were
and
just,
I was
like,
like,
hanging
I was
out.
like, I feel like I'm with a best friend right
Yeah.
now. It was like so cool. And
You're like, now I feel that way again.
no, it was like I'm so thankful for that. Is what
Yeah,
I'm getting
yeah.
at. Is that
It was a good foundation.
building that foundation so that it's like at the end of the day, you know, like some people are like, we base our relationship if the sex is good, then everything else is secondary.
Mm-hmm.
We were very like, if the chemistry between the two of us as like a friendship and as people,
Yeah.
like as long as we love each other that way, everything else comes secondary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it makes like such a strong relationship.
Yeah.
Where like we can just go hang out and it's just so much fun.
Yeah. It makes it so much better.
But that being said, if she doesn't communicate with me a way she's feeling and we're hanging out, I know it for sure. Like I know when she's bummed, I know when she's pissed, I know when she knows when I'm pissed and bummed and whatever. And I think that's a huge thing that if he's not communicating his emotional needs and whatever to you, or if he's looking for somebody else, that's just a sign to me that it's not there both ways.
Yeah.
You may be like really invested in this guy and that it's really tough, but he's showing the signs that like you deserve better than that. And like, I don't mean to be mean to him, but it sounds like you're ready to invest everything for this guy. And he's like, well, I'm talking to this person. It's like, he
Yeah.
doesn't deserve, you know, your time. Like you obviously have a lot of value based on your email. You're not like shitting on this guy. You're just kind of like telling it
what's
how it is.
happening.
So it sounds like you're a sweet person and you deserve a sweet person that's going to give you that time.
Yeah.
That's just my unprofessional advice.
No, I
What do you
completely
think?
agree. I mean, I was basically gonna say the same thing. If he was emotionally getting his needs met by somebody else and now he's like distancing himself again, it kind of feels like he's checked out a little bit.
It's like he has
Maybe
one
not,
foot
but
in, one
that's what
foot out.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. So maybe, I don't know if you've done this, but if you just sit him down, you're like, hey, can we just like talk about everything and just like figure out where we're at?
Yeah.
Because put it all out on the table and see what happens. And if it's not meant to be, then it's not meant to be, which I know is so much easier said than done.
Yeah.
It's so hard to let go of a relationship, especially that long. So like 2 years, that'd be like us.
Yeah.
Like being like, well, guess we're done, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah, just the communication and having a real conversation about everything.
Yeah.
The only real way to
Because
know.
both people's needs need to be met. That's very important.
Yeah.
Not just his emotional needs where he's going to other people. Like, you need to have your needs met as well.
Yeah.
So if he's emotionally not connected with you and physically not connected with you, it's like, it's not, I know it's like tough because those 2 years might have been the best 2 years, but doesn't mean you can't find it with somebody else.
Yeah. And it might be better, you know?
Yeah.
Just trying to give some encouragement in case something bad happened.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well,
On that note, we
oh.
hit over an hour on this podcast.
That's pretty cool for us.
Yeah. Well, last week was our best download, so let's see if we can beat it this week. You
Please
guys,
keep listening.
koi pond's growing up to the roof.
We're drowning. We're drowning in the koi.
We love it.
We love it.
We need more water. We need a bigger pond.
We need a big ass fish tank.
No, we're getting out of the tank because we're in a pond. We have a little pond.
Right.
We need a big
I'm
pond.
a little delirious.
It's not the koi tank.
I've been up for 12 hours.
No, you haven't.
It's like not even that long. No, I said 12.
Oh, 12.
I know. That's what the joke was. I'm like, bear with me. I woke up at noon today.
That's so
No, I actually
funny.
woke up at 7. But that's early for me, so I'm tired. Anyway.
Well, it was 9 a.m. here.
Well, it was 7 a.m. what I'm used to, so.
And so it's 8 p.m. in your brain.
Yep. And I woke up at 7.
You're so mad.
Do the math. I'm so mad. I don't like.
We're up 7? Oh, that's 13 hours.
Damn, I need to go to bed. Just kidding.
Yeah,
I
that was
just made you kiss my
cheesy.
cheek.
Yeah, that was really cheesy.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much. We are so excited about this.
Yeah, thanks for listening and watching.
Next
and
week's
sticking with us.
episode, we're going to be filming. I know we said our last one, the last time we filmed at my parents' house was the last time we were filming it.
Yeah.
But my parents are literally moving out.
Like the next day.
The next day we leave. So we're going to be going to Philly on Tuesday, and then we're going to film the last podcast at my parents' house. Not the last podcast. We're filming a podcast, which will be the last time at my parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying goodbye to my parents' house. So I might get real emotional.
Emo.
But my emo's roots might come out.
Yep.
But on that note,
If you want to send us some emails, we check
if you have
them and
issues
read
going
them
on,
here.
or if you want to, if you guys want to hear us talk about stuff and you want to hear our input on stuff, like if you're like, look, I don't have any issues, but I want to know what you think about, web feet. And I'd be like, yeah, cool. WebMD, did you say? Oh, web feet.
Web
no.
feet, yeah.
Yeah. Or mushalongs. What is it called?
Masham.
Mashams.
If you had any weird words when you were a kid, let us know.
Yeah, please.
But you can do that at coupleofissuespodcast@gmail.com. And you can find us on social media. I'm at Carly and Contro.
I'm at Bruce Wigner, or if you just want to go to at Couple of Issues, all of our info is on there, both on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. If you're on YouTube, make sure to smash that subscribe button.
Jake Paul style.
Make sure to
Subscribe.
turn on the notifications. That's the
That's a
bopping
little
bell. And then if you're on Apple Podcasts,
hit subscribe.
hit subscribe. And if you're on Spotify podcasts, which we're on Spotify, I don't know how that works. So keep
listen, I guess.
Just keep listening. Thank you. Appreciate
play,
it. Yeah, hit
I
play.
guess.
Hit play, baby. We'll see you guys next week for another episode of
Couple of issues.
Couple of Issues. Bye.